African Americans has had a mighty long walk in this country. We've been through a lot, and we've come out unscathed and on top. We're still here. A lot of groups did a lot to get rid of us. You know, coming in 1565, a lot of us came to St. Augustine, Florida, which was the first place where they brought the slaves. Before 1619 in Virginia. Some say that some of us was already here before slavery, and we owned the rights to the land, and a lot of the land was taken from us, and we was reclassified, and we've been through so many different things. You know, we went through the Civil Rights Act of 1866, where we were supposed to have equal protection under the law. We also had the Civil Rights Act of 1875, which guaranteed African Americans equal treatment and public accommodations, right? We went through the Civil Rights Act. We went through so many different civil rights acts, right? All the way up until the one in 57, the Civil Rights Act of 1960, 64. We had all these federal laws on the books that was supposed to protect our people. We had executive orders that was allowing us to desegregate the military. We had executive orders that allowed us to get the right pay wages. We went through so many different things, and these were the so-called colors, the Negroes, the African Americans. We were on the ground, on the soil, fighting just to live, fighting to have rights. And other groups wasn't here in large numbers yet. Now, you had Caribbean folk that was here, but at that time, when they were here, they understood that they were Negroes, and they fell in line. People like Marcus Garvey, people like Stokely Carmichael and Schomburg, and all these different people, they didn't separate themselves from us. We were a group, and we were strong, but that's not the way the people are operating today. Today, we have to so-called separate ourselves from these immigrant groups because they come here and thumb their nose up at us. They call us lazy. They're benefiting off the struggles of our grandparents and all the things that we fought for and been through. And they come here now when the coast is clear. And they say, hey, you guys are lazy and we're outdoing you. But I got news for you. I want you first to see this African woman. She exposed these African women in Newark, New Jersey, in the hair salon that braid hair. This is what happened.
What? Right is right and wrong is wrong. Okay? Now, y'all need to really be careful with going to these hair braiders. I'm African to the core. I will always respect my people, always respect where I'm from. But also, these hair braiding salons need to understand that you make your money off of majority American women. Like, you're in America, you make your money here. So for y'all to be sitting there talking about people, saying whatever you want to say about people, and thinking, oh, they won't understand, so I could talk my and then smile in their face and overcharge them, meanwhile y'all talking mad in French and other African languages. Like, you never know who understands like the y'all saying. I go into this Didi's hair braiding in Newark, New Jersey, okay, and I speak full-blown, speak, write, understand French. Now, I don't sound like I speak French. I sound American. I look American, if you will, right? Whatever. So I come in there. I'm trying to decide what I want to do. I'm trying to figure out what I want to do, right, with my hair. I was stuck between cornrows, knotless braids, and then like the boho knotless. And I have like the hair for the boho knotless. So I come in there and I'm like, oh, do you know how to do cornrows? Everybody doesn't know how to do cornrows. She like, yeah, I know how to do it. And I show her picture on the Instagram. She like, yeah, I did that. One of the girls is like, yeah, I did that. I'm like, oh, you did this? She's like, yeah. I'm like, okay. While I'm asking this, she's saying in French to the other lady, oh, I didn't do it, but whatever. She doesn't need to know that. I don't even like doing cornrows. I don't even know how to do cornrows, but I'm going to do whatever on her head.
And I want to tell black folks something, right? When you see this going on, it's not just the black immigrants that's coming. You still have a lot of W folks, right? That act like they're your friend. They're cool with you on the job. You may hang out with them. But when it comes to the reparations conversation, they're not supportive of you. Or they may act like they're supportive of you. But when it comes down time to actually put the work in, vote, and fight for you to get it, they're not going to fight for you to get it. These people know our story. They know our legacy. They know what we've been through. But there's a lot of people that don't like, listen, this thing is, to me, listen, We don't have any friends. Dr. John Henry Clark told us this. We don't have any friends here in this country, man, in our walk. We are fighting this fight. We learned in the civil rights, during the civil rights movement, that other groups got more benefits out of it than we actually did. Some groups became protected classes. But you actually have these people speaking the way that they're speaking, knowing what we've been through. They have the mitigated gall to talk this way.
There's a lot of stuff happening right here in this historic building behind me, also known as the California State Capitol. Right now, Democrats in this building are trying to ram through a bill that would establish a fund in the state treasury for reparations. The Reparations Task Force's recommendation is that African Americans in the state of California receive $800 billion in taxpayer-funded reparations. That'll be $1.2 million each. Senate Bill 1331, which would be the first step to getting this to happen, just passed out of the Assembly Appropriations Committee. That means once they can get it through the Assembly floor and to the governor for a signature, it becomes law. That's what State Senator Stephen Bradford wants to do. He wants California to take responsibility for discriminatory policies against African Americans, for slavery, for all these different things and all these different injustices that happened in our past. But let me remind everybody once again that California was a free state, and with the big budget deficit that we have, how would it make any sense to allow our government to basically multiply its budget by 2.5 times? First of all, they'd have to collect a lot of taxes to do this. And then how do we know it's going to get sent to the right place? Because with everything else, they're always messing up.
And see, this is the thing I always tell our people. It's not the mere fact that this young man said what he said. It was the fact that in his mind, he believed that it was okay to say it. With everything that we've been through here in this country, he can get a microphone, go live on social media and say that, and he know that there's no repercussions behind him saying these things. We know the atrocities of what happened to us here in this country. Now, we know that there's certain group you better not say that about. He knows, because he knows the punishment will be severe and swift. But then you get to Fresh and Funky, right? Fresh and Fit. These guys, they come from third world countries where their government is not equipped to actually give them things that's essential to their growth and development in life. So they look over the shore and see that blacks are successful here in America. They're doing good, and say, hey, the black folks over there are doing good. Let's go over there. So now you come here, and when you come here, you're able to benefit from the opportunities that my grandparents fought for and got the audacity to talk bad about us and disrespect us. Where you couldn't do none of this in your country, but you come here and you talk about us. Like, it's a disgrace to the point where this should be considered hate speech. But again, a lot of our political structure is very weak today. But let's listen to what Fresh and Funky had to say. Check this out.
Reparations are for retards, okay? Black people need to just stop being lazy. You're not going to get a handout, okay? We're not going to give you your reparations, because guess who's going to have to pay for that? The middle class is going to have to pay for it. Yes. Now, let's keep it 1,000. You need your reparations. What you going to do with it? You'll buy a bunch of some Jordans, some drugs, some weed. You're going to buy some weed. Yeah. Yo, yeah. What good, my You got to buy some Fendi. You got to buy some guns. You got to buy some guns. Rob. Yeah. Like, are going to spend the money and invest. Go back to jail. Majority are going to do criminal. Yep, 100%. Come on, man. Let's keep it $1 million. Let's keep it all the way $1 million. Buy some rims. Oh, yeah, look at that spin. Yeah, look at that spin. Stupid, bro. I'm telling you, bro. Man, just give me a handout, man. Listen, so I could go do shit. I tried for like 6 months. That's retarded. That's retarded, bro. Yo, listen, man. The big monkey chains and all that. I tried that. Retarded. I try to assimilate to these fuck, man. That's ass, dog. Yo. Okay, I know I can't speak. But like, what's good, bro? Yo, let's go. I was like, what'd you say? Like, you high on lean and shit. Oh, like, yeah. Yo, you want some? I'm like, no. Mumbling and shit. Bro, it's tough, man. Anyhow, it was fun. Hey, man, you're not getting your reparations, okay? You stupid. Like, it's not happening, all right? It's not happening.
Let me say this to a lot of my immigrant groups. I want y'all to understand something. And I'm not talking to the brothers and sisters. I'm going to say this for the people in the back. I'm not talking to the brothers and sisters that's 10 toes down, that's pro-black, that's strong, that actually support our people. We support them. They love us. We love them. I'm not talking about y'all. But you guys know your family members and your friends and them circles how they talk, right? But I want y'all to understand something. Your parents would have never came to America if there wasn't successful black people already here doing it. If you didn't see people that look like you being successful in the place because you were being oppressed in your place, you would have never came here. See, let me explain something to my FBA family. When you go to places that are predominantly black and there's not a large W population, their fight is amongst each other. And these countries that are controlled by colonial European governments, right? They fund certain groups to fight each other, and they have their little internal wars. They control their banking systems. So when they fight, they have tribalism. They see their own people that look like them, as their enemy. When they have wars, the W man sends his church people in. He sends his aid in. He sends his food. He allows them to have asylum into his country. So they see him as a savior. They don't see the W man the way we were conditioned to see the W man because we've been under his foot. They see you as an enemy. You as opposition to them, not the W man. And this is the psychological warfare that's being played on the people. So when they come here, you're nobody to them. They don't have seek no allegiance with you. They come here to get the money. They care nothing about your history or your story. They just come here, we can come and get this. They're not looking at you're able to get this based off of the work that these people put in. So they come here and call you lazy because you're just nothing but another tribe to them that they don't rock with. But when they see that W man, they get the skin and they grinning. They can't wait to get his woman. So I told you guys, a lot of what you vote for or fight for, a lot of them are against because their lifestyle is predicated on your dysfunction. So it's easy for them to come here and say, we're doing better than y'all. We're up here, you're down there. Newsflash, there's thousands. The problem with black folks is we don't stick together in the manner in which we should. But we got thousands and thousands of successful black people. Y'all ain't doing nothing that we ain't done already. Y'all only able to come here and do what we already did. Y'all didn't put the work in, we did. So if you come here and you become a millionaire, we already had black millionaires. You come here and you become a doctor, we already had black doctors. You become a dentist, we already had black. You're not accomplishing nothing that we haven't accomplished. We plowed the road for you to be able to come here. And remember, we're the minority here. Based off of so-called history, we were stolen. You guys are the majority where you come from, but you couldn't get it right. But then your argument is the government. But when you hear us talk about what the government here did to us, you become tone deaf, right? But this is why I don't rock with a lot of y'all. Some of y'all I do and I got love for. But a lot of y'all today, nah, man, you bad news. You bad news and you bad people because you still operate through tribalism. And when you see that W, man, you start showing the whites of your teeth. And this is the problem because it shouldn't be that hard because you know what you go through in your country that you blame on the government. But when it comes to us, you become tone deaf. So I'm going to cut this video short here. If you made it this far in the video, hit that like button. Subscribe to Street Media TV. Leave your comments in the comment section. Let me know what you guys think. And remember, I love y'all. Till the next time. Peace.